Welcome to the War of 1812 News. I'm your host, Austin, with Mallory. She's going to bring us some information about the war.
We were at the Battle of Baltimore, where the British came to attack after they burned down the White House and key buildings in Washington.
The British have been trying to take over Fort McHenry. Now we will go over to Hebrew Hammer for the key objectives for the armies. Hebrew, take it away.
Welcome to today's forecast of the armies. We got some British landing on the peninsula around the Chesapeake Bay area. Starting to move up around the North Point Road. They made some contact and General Ross was killed for the British. And earlier today, around the morning time, they were right outside of Baltimore. And around the afternoon, the British were even closer. They finally retreated after the Americans beat them. Yeah. Around the Patascapa River, we have the main British fleet cutting off Baltimore in the northwest branch. So Baltimore's cut off from any supply lines from the sea, so we have to get it all from the mainland. Fort McHenry's still holding on pretty well, but the British got some advances at Ferry Branch. Around the Patascapa River, the British fleet is cutting off Baltimore from any sea supplies. We got Francis Scott Key around here in this area. They did make some advances around Ferry Branch, but Fort McHenry's still holding on. And as long as the main American land force can hold on, then Fort McHenry won't be cut off from the rest of America.
Thank you, Hebrew. Now we go back to Miller with the British general.
Thank you. I'm here with Arthur Brooke, General of the British Army. How has your side fared during this war?
Well, we're doing pretty good. We've burned the capital, we're taking more forts, but there's some small parts every now and then.
What about this overall battle?
We're getting our butts kicked.
That's
one way
not
to
good.
put it.
What are some hardships you've faced during this battle?
Well, I have this guy on the bottom of my lead boat, and he keeps asking me if that flag is still flying, so that's getting pretty annoying.
Gotcha. And last question is, how are y'all going to do for the rest of the war, and what are your plans and outcomes for it?
Our plans are to take over the entire United States of America, but personally, I don't think that's going to happen.
Thank you.
Good job, Miller. That was very insightful. What was that? All right. Miller now has an American soldier.
I'm here with an American soldier, and he will answer a few questions for us. What hardships have you had during this war?
Well, we've been on the retreat, and I got shot in the hand. It's limited my mobility a little bit, but I'd still get around.
And your experiences for the war?
Just my hand, really. I would like to. I mean, it's hard to hold the rifle. The British are pretty well trained, you know.
How have you overcome these obstacles?
Just listen to orders.
Oh my gosh, live battlefield action. Once again, he's down. The British have gotten one of our soldiers. Oh no, they're retreating. Oh my gosh, is he hit? I think he's been hit in the buttocks. Where'd you get hit?
Right in my thigh.
Oh, right in the thigh. So this is the one hardship he has faced, being shot at because he's an awful soldier. They have to overcome these problems to beat the British.
Looks like the British got an American soldier. Now Miller's with the British soldier.
Hi, I'm here with a British soldier, and he'll answer a few questions for us. What are your experiences during the war?
Well, I've been fighting against Americans, had some hardships, not being able to eat a bunch of food, not see my family. It's kind of tough.
And why are you fighting the Americans?
I just don't like the Americans. I just don't like them at all. They're awful people.
What are you looking at?
Americans!
Oh my gosh, we got a live battlefield action. I think he's dead.
That's another downed British soldier. Here's Francis Scott Key talking about his poem.
Francis. Francis?
Oh yes, how are you doing, sir?
We got a special treat here. We're here with Francis Scott Key. What has your role been throughout this battle?
Oh, well, you know, I've been taken prisoner here, and I was writing this great song. It's about how we Americans coming out ahead.
And what are your feelings about the war?
You know, I really want the Americans to win here, you know. We're really pulling hard for them.
And what is your Star Spangled Banner about?
Oh, you know, some ramparts exploding and great Americans winning and the flag still standing over Fort McHenry.
Over Fort McHenry. That's a great story, and we thank you for your time.
For another exciting and riveting episode of War on 1812 News, I'm Austin, and good night.
And good night.
Stay classy, San Diego. Stay classy, San Diego. Stay classy. No!
Thank you. I'm here with Arthur Brooke, General of the British Army. How was your... How...
God.
Smelly pieces of... What?
That's
He
exactly
really
what.
does.
What do you say?
Jalen would say.
What?
Jalen would go. So bad. Did you even start recording yet?